Two questions about drinking water. I've heard that you shouldn't drink water with meals or near meals. I want to get your take on that. And second, I would presume that if you're eating a lot of water-rich foods, you don't need as much water as people who eat cooked foods.
If you're eating a high water content diet and abstaining from eating foods that make you thirsty, you're correct. Our need for water goes down dramatically, and it's noticeable. The medical people are recommending that we consume 8 to 12 glasses of water per day, strictly to dilute the toxins that we consume during the course of the day. They're admitting that the diet is inadequate to meet our water needs. And most people do experience a dramatic reduction in desire and consumption of water. The first part of the question was
about drinking water with meals.
Diluting your digestive juices, as it were, with water. It's an interesting concept. Again, it applies much more to standard American diet than it does to ours. When you consume fruits, there is next to no digestive activity happening in the stomach. Hence, the idea of diluting the digestive juices doesn't really apply. When we consume vegetables, it's possible, but once again, there's very little digestive activity that happens with the consumption of vegetables in the stomach. Really, the time that digestive activity is called for in the stomach with the type of diet that we're eating is when we consume fats. And if you dilute the stomach contents with water, you will dilute the effectiveness of the acids created by the body. We would always recommend that if you think you're thirsty, drink before your meal rather than during or immediately following, so that your stomach can do what it's supposed to do and your intestines can do what they're supposed to do. But it's not as big an issue as it would be for someone who's already diminishing their digestive ability by putting starches and proteins together, which makes for diminished stomach digestion. So we would order, or sequencing would be to eat the most water-rich foods first, water being the most water-rich food you could possibly eat. And if there's a chance that you think, God, this part of how intelligence will help us, I think I might get thirsty in the next 4 hours. I think I'm staying at someone's home and they've got the heat turned way up and it's really dry here. I'm probably going to run out of water during the course of the night. Maybe I ought to drink a little bit of water before my meal. I'd like to clear my palate completely before I go on to eating again. Maybe I ought to drink a bit of water before my meal. These things.